Mistral built a massive $14 billion valuation by promising European enterprise clients a secure escape hatch from American tech giants. The pitch is straightforward. Banks, hospitals, and government ministries get frontier-class artificial intelligence without handing their sensitive data to foreign jurisdictions. This donut chart shows that 72% of European enterprise IT buyers weigh data sovereignty heavily when selecting new vendors. Mistral offers apparent legal armor against outside intrusion. With a French parent company and strict EU jurisdiction, the firm has zero exposure to US laws. A French passport on a laboratory does not protect the information it processes. Digital borders operate on different mechanics entirely. Data sovereignty is determined by the legal jurisdiction of the infrastructure pipeline your data flows through, not the nationality of the company that wrote the code. At the top layer of the technology stack, the software and the model itself, Mistral's claims of absolute data protection hold up. Clients must deploy the software entirely on-premise, running it inside a closed loop that never connects to the outside internet. Consuming the model through Mistral's proprietary hardware, like their €1.2 billion hydro-powered build in Sweden, guarantees the data physically remains within European borders. This financial structure mirrors the physical one. Mistral's recent $830 million debt raise was syndicated entirely by European and Japanese lenders, deliberately excluding American banking institutions. As long as a client remains strictly inside this privately owned physical and financial loop, their data is legally shielded from foreign extraction. Most enterprises buy through managed services for convenience, accessing Mistral software through Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud Infrastructure, or Amazon Web Services. This schematic map illustrates the 2018 U.S. Cloud Act. Data access is governed by corporate headquarters, not physical geography. American authorities can compel a U.S. headquartered provider to produce data, unlocking European servers, sending Frankfurt medical records to a Washington court. The distribution platform carries its own jurisdiction, and the legal obligations of the cloud provider completely overwrite the nationality of the underlying software. Once a European model is served through an American cloud, it effectively becomes an American legal asset. The promise of data sovereignty leaks immediately. Push this logic down to the foundational layer of computing. Let's see what the physical servers running these pure European models are actually made of. Mistral's hyper-secure data centers are physically built entirely on 13,800 microchips, all manufactured by NVIDIA. NVIDIA controls 95% of the market and answers to U.S. export laws. European legal incorporation does nothing to protect the physical supply chain. At the foundational layer of computing hardware, European sovereignty disappears completely, swallowed by an American monopoly. Mistral is selling a conditional truth. Their protection holds only if the customer deploys the system on purely European infrastructure. These bar charts highlight a staggering statistical deficit. 92% of Western data is stored in the United States, and Europe relies on non-EU providers for 80% of its entire digital stack. Arthur Mensch, Mistral's founder, understands this physical limitation clearly, perhaps even better than the European policymakers promoting his company. Mensch has pointed out that while Europe excels at drafting comprehensive technology legislation, you cannot legally regulate your way to computing supremacy. Issuing corporate passports and raising global flags does nothing to alter the physical reality of the servers, fiber optic pipes, and silicon chips that actually process the data. Until Europe physically builds and owns the foundational hardware and distribution pipelines beneath its software, true digital sovereignty will remain out of reach.